When we're ready. Welcome back. Welcome back. The long-awaited return. I'm with Evan and Danny.
Yes.
And it's good to be back, boys, isn't it?
It's great to be back.
It's felt like forever.
It really has, man, eh?
I know. It's been that long. We're now all in shorts and a t-shirt because it's actually warm outside. I think
Aye.
last time we were all wearing no-rep hats. Well, I was the only one wearing a no-rep hat because used to.
Yeah, I didn't have a no-rep hat at that point. I'm now good enough.
Have you got
I've
your?
been
Have you got it
accepted
now?
into the...
You got the
I've been
call up.
officially accepted,
Did
aye.
Good man. I feel like you deserve it,
Cheers, bro.
especially after looking after my dog for 2 weeks.
Shout out
Yes.
Shout out Bear.
Shout out Bear boy.
Shout out the boys.
I love him.
I know. How was that?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
He became my best pal for a week. Aye.
He's actually quite sad that he's away.
Aye.
It's cute.
Genuinely was. Like, I actually was. I remember just like he does the wee thing where he like sits up on the top of
On
the
the
couch.
couch and
And he
it comes
puts his
yeah.
wee shoulder and he rests me.
Aye.
Right, so this is a thing. Tilly never used to go up on that bit of couch. Never used to put her shoulder on you, her head on your shoulder. That's all she's doing.
Is it?
All she's doing.
Just copy them.
Just copying them, but she's never done it when he was there.
Oh right.
So
okay,
he's left
okay.
now, and she's
Mrs.
been
Bear.
like, and she just started getting up there and like
That's
puts
mad.
it's cute, man.
Is it?
How was your holiday?
My holiday was good. Evan asked me how my holiday was, and I just said I'm not.
Was it good, aye? Was it good?
I'm not going to tell you until we got on the
Nah,
podcast.
listen, he shot him down. Don't fucking ask me about the holiday at the podcast. That's what he said.
Oh, tell me all about it, please, Jordan.
My holiday was great. Thanks for asking me. No, my holiday was great. It was good to down tools for a bit, not train, not really do much work. More importantly, not actually stress out as well. Like, because whenever I used to take time away from doing whatever I was doing, obviously COVID kind of took that away from us for a wee while. But like beforehand, even if I just took like a weekend off, I would get a bit stressed about it.
Fear.
I used to probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And like when you are kind of running your own thing, sometimes that does come into play. Like
It does.
you're like, oh, if you feel like you step away, everything's going to crumble and fall and go to nothing.
It doesn't, though.
It
Just
doesn't.
So you know it doesn't.
It doesn't. So I had a great time.
Where did you go?
Went to south of France. So we stayed 1 week. Went with Katie's mum and dad as well in a lovely Airbnb in a town called Dild0, which is like
Oh.
north. It's near the Alps. Well, north of the south, if that makes sense. And then we drove down for like 3-4 hours to a place called Ez, which is in between Nice and Monaco, right on the coast.
It looks stunning,
It's
mate.
fucking unreal. Great bit of the world.
I was
Nobody
Did
go
you see
because
Conor
I just want it
McGregor?
all for myself.
I was messaging him, like, stop having so much fun, come home.
No, Conor McGregor and Tyson Fury were in that neck of the woods when I was there because they knew I was there.
Obviously,
Unfortunately, our schedules didn't align, so we couldn't meet up for a beer. But
That's unfortunate.
yeah, what did you two get up to in the time away?
Missed you, and then
That's
watched
true,
Bear.
every single day, baby.
Aye.
I'm trying to buy a house.
Yeah, how's that
Yeah.
going?
It's going pretty alright, actually.
Is it?
I think we're going to buy my mum's other house. So
Shit.
they've got a house in Glasgow, because we're like, if anyone's trying to buy a house just now, it's fucking awful. Like £1 million over the asking price. And
Yeah,
that. So we patched that, and I was like, Mum, can I buy your other house, please?
Especially with the gaffs you're looking at, the 6-bedroom detached with the
Villas.
triple car garage and the
Yes.
swimming pool.
Ah,
So
yes.
yeah, it's quite tough. So whereabouts is that? You don't need to give the exact because we'll have like lots of fans turning up.
Fans
again.
at the door.
Yeah,
Don't get a
It's-
postcode, mate.
I
Keep
would
that.
I would class it as the greater south side Rutherglen.
It's no Glasgow at all. It's South Lanarkshire.
South Lanarkshire.
It's Southland.
Can I ask something? How was the CrossFit gym in Nice?
Oh, fucking, don't get me started.
I was actually so happy. I'm so sorry, but I was quite happy about that.
See, when you seen a 30-minute drive, I was like, I can only imagine how
Explain what
fuming
happened.
you
I
would
was
have been.
fucking fuming, right? So I messaged this gym and I'm like, look, I want to come down today. And I went, there's no space today, but come down tomorrow. And I went, fucking fantastic.
Oui.
So 8 o'clock. And then the woman message or whoever messaged me back saying, yep, that's no problem. That's you booked in, and sent me the confirmation. So I was like, boom, let's go. So then I'm off, full of caffeine and croissants.
Coffee and croissants.
And I drives down and about all the traffic. If anybody's ever driven or been to that neck of the woods, it's like mad, like windy roads. I quite like driving, so it's like quite fun to do. But for
Wacky
peeps-
races on it.
yeah, it's like wacky. Absolutely, cars are bumping into each other and all that. So I drives there. The woman looks at me. People are like, "Who are you?" It's obviously a different person from who I was
Je
messaging.
m'appelle Jordan.
Comment t'appelles-tu? What is your name? I know I learned. I'm basically French now.
Wow.
Anyway, so I rocks up and then like that. Oh, there's no space. Sorry, you're not booked in. I went, I am. And she obviously didn't know what that meant. I am.
I am.
Here's the confirmation and whatnot. She's like, oh, sorry. No, she didn't even say sorry. She was just like, there's no space. Come back at 12:30. I'm like, you fucking kidding me on? Come back at 12:30. You understand what I had to go through in order to get here? I'm on holiday. I'll come back tomorrow. I'm not fucking here. I was raging. I wasn't happy. So anyway, posted that on Instagram, like went full Karen
So
mode.
what did you do instead? Did you get a workout on?
No, I didn't. I just went and bought more pastries.
More croissant pastries and beer.
But they messaged me back and they were like, oh, we're so sorry. They tried to get my number to phone me and all that. So the person on the other end was dead apologetic, but the coach was an absolute fucking wet wipe, man. Aye. So not shout out to her.
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. But other than that, like my holiday was great. You're not there at workout anyway. Like I was there to, like I only trained twice. Do you know what I mean?
To take nice pictures for Instagram.
To take some nice pictures for Instagram. And just to make sure the rig was all right for the budgies too. Do you know what I mean? Just because I wanted to make sure that everything was ticking over. So holiday was good.
They were. Can we talk about the budgies? They were great.
Did you like them? Are you a fan?
I told you about them today, but
Well, they're on underneath the shots.
to make get shots there.
YouTube special.
shots.
That might be a little bit too explicit for YouTube.
Not at all,
actually.
man.
That's the
It's an
after
alright
episode.
podcast.
We can
People
do,
expect it.
The
No,
No
that-
Shots podcast.
that is true. That is true. But anyway, before we go further, let's.
Here we go.
We've got. It's not Sprite. So, if anyone's familiar with
Do we need to
TikTok,
take the labels off? We're going to get flagged.
I'm joking.
sponsored by. But we've got bottles of Sprite here, right? And then what we're gonna do is it's called the Sprite challenge, but it's not Sprite, it's 7-Up free. We're gonna drink them, and the goal is to drink it as quickly as you can and without burping, right? And see who can do it.
For the record, I don't approve of this.
Why?
Fucking TikTok.
It's just a bit of buzz, a bit of banter, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Are we giving a
Same time?
countdown?
Yeah, we can. Cheers. Cheers.
Podcast thing.
I know. Right. So fast as you can. 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
No,
That's so hard.
Oh
No.
my god.
no,
Can't burp.
no burping. Evan was going for it there, man.
No, that's me. I apologise to producer Paul and to all of our listeners for my belching there.
This is actually a lot harder than I
That's-
thought.
I've never heard of this. And Jordan does this sometimes. He'll just say, right, we'll do this in the podcast. We'll do this. You're going to write
Drink
it there?
this is better than the tinfoil hats.
No, exactly.
I'm fucking crying. This is really hard. I'm trying to fuck all.
My stomach feels like it's going to explode.
No, that is just for anyone.
God, I used to drink so much.
For anyone listen, do not try this at home. It's not fun.
This is not nice.
Come on, lad.
I need to finish it.
Yeah, man.
I burped.
Just keep going.
See if you.
I'm going to be
see-
sick.
Don't do that. He's
Oh, man, I'm just
He's-
staring into space.
staring into space, crying, tears in his eyes. You are a
I'm
fitness
going to do it. I'm
professional.
going to beat him.
Are we still not burped?
I'm not bumped.
Oh, I've got a wee bit left.
I feel like
I'm going to be sick.
I feel like you should have done this at the end of the episode, provided some
I'm on.
value to the.
It's not going to be. How did you do that? Oh, fuck.
Do you know that'll be like 2-3 minutes of people just listening to you guys burping?
We apologise for.
I can't believe you did that.
Oh,
You
fuck.
thought it was a good idea.
Bro, that was really good. How did you do that?
Just mind over matter.
mind over? Man. If you put your mind to it, you can do whatever.
I'm going to be sick.
No, right.
Mind over matter.
What are we here for? What are we doing? What we're going to talk? We're going to talk about things.
You wanted to do a deep dive into Insta.
Gas.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus. Right, one of you two are going to have to. I said my phone's charging. So
Have
Okay.
dive on down some
you
session.
get your picture done?
So I'm glad we've got that out of the way. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a deep dive into our Instagram. So basically, just going to go on, whether it be you go on Evans first, right? We're going to scroll and find a random old picture, and then we're going to
He's still coughing.
talk about it. I still need to butt, man. It's still sitting there.
used to chat. Well, I find a picture. Well, guys, I'm really sorry about that. Is it really nice though?
Oh,
Really
man.
nice.
I seen you absolutely go, like you were going for that.
I thought it was a race.
It was a race, but I've seen you do that with a bottle of Blue Wicked with a straw in it before up the rugby club many a time.
Many occasions.
We torpedo.
I'm actually alright to see you tanning pints and stuff.
I also seen that you picked up with your left hand as well.
Buffalo.
For those who know.
Yeah,
For those who know. But yeah, so as Danny finds a picture, tell me about how your past week's been, what's been happening in your life, what's been going on, aside from the house stuff.
Aside from the house stuff, I came home yesterday, and this can actually summarise my my week. I came home yesterday and opened the door, and it wasn't opening. I was like, "Why is the door not opening? Why is it, what's happening?" And I could hear that rustling, like as I was opening the door. Right? Opened the door. I see Rosie, my dog, my 5-year-old old Labrador, lying at the top of the room on her hands, looking at me like this. And what she'd done is she had eaten, I think, 9 sachets of cat food.
Oh my God.
And a full dry food, like big pack of it, right? And wait, this is the kicker. There was 2 turds in my house, so she ate it all
and then shot it all back out.
Shot me twice. And,
oh my God!
And that's been the highlight really of my. I was fucking raging.
What a
you know that way.
legend.
You know that way when you get back from work.
Yeah.
If you've got animals, I do not need this. That is the worst thing that could ever happen.
100%.
Do you know I didn't even shout at her? I was like, Rosie, just go in your room.
Yeah,
just,
you know what I mean. You've done that. But whose fault is it for leaving the cat food out at a place?
we moved it into the office,
right?
And
the door creaked open or something like that.
No, just we usually kind of hide it away. And she's obviously a wee bit hungry. She's a Labrador. They're kind of bottomless pits.
Sniffed that out.
It's fucking awful. But apart from that, week's good. Work's going well. Need to kind of start thinking about pre-season running and that for rugby.
Oh yeah. You gonna run or something like that?
I'm not gonna run.
Yeah. Just wait till you get the ball in your hand.
I'm considering retiring at the ripe old age of 30.
You've got at least do this last season in your 30s, and then you can ride off into the sunset. Do you know what I mean?
You found a picture yet, Dan? Oh wow!
Oh, right. Hold that up to the camera. Right, hold that. Get up there. Get up there.
This was a.
Did you get it?
Down a bit. Down a bit. Down a bit. Yeah, there.
That is a very rare Charizard shiny of a picture of me
Let me see that again.
Me without a beard.
Damn. So that was in the 2013 caption as last season versus Hawks was the first time my mum and dad and brother came to watch me play all at once. Talk about that.
Oh yeah. Do you know? So that
Why
was
do
actually,
you sound like a 7-year-old right now?
I know.
Well, okay, do you remember when Instagram was literally just for posting pictures? And, right? And there was no reels. You didn't need a hashtag.
Yeah.
Or you did maybe. And but see if you look back at anyone's Instagram and stuff, it's absolutely hilarious. Do you know what's really funny? See you looking back at celebs Instagrams.
Oh yeah, before they were celebs.
Before they were celebs.
For you, Danny.
And so that was crikey, that was my last season playing for Greenock. Before I decided that the beard way was the way forward, and I'm so glad I did, man.
2013. How old would you have been then?
2013. That was 9 years ago. I'd have been 21.
Damn.
Yeah, as a pup. That was a Friday night game under the lights at Annie's Land, and we played Hawks, and I think we only lost at 21-13 or something.
Yeah, that's when I actually remember. That's when Greenock were a pretty decent
team.
They
were alright, championship, eh?
Aye, so that was, definitely. It was an alright outfit.
I was also playing hooker.
You were?
As well.
You're joking?
Because apparently I'm actually not tall enough to be a number 8.
Yeah, strong enough though.
Yeah,
just
mass.
Definitely
Just mass.
Just sheer mass.
That was, so if that was 9 years ago, that must have been just when my stepdad and that came in the scene, roughly. And it was the cup game, so it was a big thing, Friday night, under the lights. And I think we went out for a Nando's or something after it, something ridiculous.
Nice.
But yeah, that was a while ago, man. And then I actually stopped playing rugby for 2 or 3 years after that, until that's then when I met you, when I moved up to GHK.
GHK.
Why did you stop playing?
I fell out of love with it, man. At the time, I wouldn't say the club I was playing for was the best environment, and it just was a bit, I don't know if toxic's the word, maybe, I don't know. It's changed days now. I think everyone's
Where was
sound and
that,
all
sorry?
that. Green. I was just
Oh, you're just not enjoying it?
yeah,
Green Up?
I
No.
wasn't really enjoying it.
Where were you staying at that time? Were you staying at home?
I might have been still at home. I might have just moved up to the city. I can't remember. It's been that long ago. That's like what, nearly a decade ago.
Damn.
Damn.
This is the thing. We're all getting pure dead old now, aren't
Yeah,
we?
you have a kid.
I have a child.
Like, I'm buying a
Cute-
house.
by the way, the cutest child in existence that's ever came across this land. Like, I'm not being biased at all whatsoever. She is genuinely the cutest thing ever.
Almost as cute
6
as
out of 10.
cute as a dad.
Almost as cute as that. You said that. You sent me that message today. Actually, I was like, Daddy. Right. I feel like this is a little bit of a cheat code because I think you probably had an Instagram before this one.
So I deleted loads off that one and also had another one. Aye.
Did you? Right.
Aye.
But
Dan, I was actually speaking to Danny about this out in the car.
do you know what I mean? Because he's kind of
Aye.
cheated a wee bit because
He
like,
has.
my Instagram's just been Instagram I've had since 2012.
I know. Danny went through a funny period and he wanted to just delete
I
everything.
deleted everything.
Well, it was at the Australia phase. We spoke about this in an episode before, guys.
Refresh.
I quickly hash over that, and then I'm going to pull up this picture and we can talk about this.
Just through like a kind of spell, like right, I'm just joking. Actually, I'm just going to delete everything, and I cannot really to right now tell you why that. I thought, but I was just going to delete everything, and I was going to like start afresh and only keep the stuff I kind of think is like a value and I like, and that was it. It was fucking-
So was that when the kind of PT phase dipped down? So when you
Aye.
weren't at PT
Or-
anymore, it was
aye.
just like you were just.
Yeah, exactly.
I still.
It was all at one time.
You're so buffing.
I still get the shit there. Right, so this is a picture with you. It looks like it's some festival at I don't know, with Lewis Capaldi.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Stick 'em in. There's a picture you, Lewis Capaldi, and 2 other troops. Talk to me about that.
We've been good pals for a while. Nah. So I've done some funny like skits on this, Insta. I put a story up and it looked like me and Lewis were what's it called? FaceTiming each other.
Right.
He was in the toilet pan. So about 100 people were like messaging me. Like, I can't believe that. No, it was just me just editing it.
Really?
It was a lot of shit, aye. Anyway, so I was at Transmit and the first year Transmit was there. And this boy was singing, didn't have a clue who he was. And when I say it was like hairs in the back of her neck, standing up type singing, I was like, oh my God, like, wasn't planning on listening to him, didn't know who he was. Walked up and it was just, like, his voice was incredible. So myself, Joe and Nathan, my mate Nathan, Joe, my mate who's Nathan's dad, just sat like kind of like, wow man, this guy's voice. And then anyway, listened to maybe 4 or 5 songs, he finished, and we're just walking over to like another tent and Transmit, and he just kind of came walking by and I was like, Lewis, and he went, alright mate, do I know who you are? And I was like, no, I've just like listened to you singing. And I was like, you're excellent mate, like what a voice. And I was like, do you really think so? And I was like, aye mate, like amazing voice, do you know what I mean? He's like, oh brilliant. I was like, can I get you a drink? He's like, aye, get my cider. So I got my cider. I just sat for 45 minutes. He was like, I was in LA there, like I've got this pen, like I took a pen for the office, the like who signed his contract. I'm like, you're gonna have a lot more than that soon, mate. The voice you've got, do you know what I mean? He's like, I've got the pen. I took the pen for the LA office and that. I was over in LA, signed my first contract, and then within like the year, it was just like Lewis Capaldi everywhere.
Well, he used to play gigs in the Village Inn in East Kilbride.
No way, doesn't
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure my mate's band, Lewis Capaldi supported my mate's band when they did like a wee UK tour.
Wow.
And then now he's obviously, well, is he still kicking a ball?
I think he's still kicking a ball.
Because of COVID and that, I think people had to.
You've not seen much from him recently? Well,
I didn't have to cancel his tour because of COVID though. I'm sure he had like something going up. I don't know.
He's a very likeable person.
It's just to jump in there, totally off topic and stuff, but speaking about COVID and that, have you seen all this monkeypox chat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck it.
And the folk are like, we're going to go into another lockdown.
Monkeypox is coming. Did you see how it can be? I think Joe Rogan posted this picture. It was a screenshot of an article, and it says it's probably going to be most likely transmitted through rave festivals throughout Europe.
Oh, really?
Like that's where most of the transmission is going to take place, through sexual intercourse at all these raves that happen in Europe. Just a bit mad, isn't it? Like, I don't really know what to take from that or what I'm supposed to do with that information. I don't know why that's
You're going to get loads of messages. What's the raves?
I know. Can I have the address, please?
What's the monkey called? Have you got one?
I've
Oh,
got-
shit, I've just seen it. I've just seen that picture. I fucking love. I'm so glad you picked that one.
Look at that.
Right, get up, take camera.
Explain.
The camera see that?
Can you-
Producer Paul's
Producer
pissing
Paul is
himself.
Hey,
laughing.
long hair. Do you know? Is that what he used to
It's
do?
like,
I look like
you know what
Tracy
she-
Beaker.
See if you ever brought out an album, that has
That'd be the album
that'd
cover.
have to be the cover.
Do you know what, actually, mate? You've had so many
hairdos.
Oh,
I've
so
had a lot.
versatile.
I
I've
have
never
a-
seen you with a
like-
shot back and doogie.
I know, but I've had a lot of hairdos. I don't know what it was when I was younger. I just had lots of mad hairdos. So that is me and about.
Is that just the makeup for the lack of personality?
Yes, come on.
Lol.
So that was me in about first or second year, and
That was
Wait, that you look
And,
about 7.
no, that was me in about first or second year, and essentially
when
Well,
you were a girl.
when I was a girl. But my hair, so I used to basically throughout primary school, it would be like my mum would just like shave my head, and then I wouldn't get a haircut for a year, and then my hair would just do that, and it would just grow into this giant afro.
It's like a stoner, isn't it? You know, you know, stoners who just have
No,
really,
like-
really long hair,
like
and then
the
you
wee-
see them with a shaved head, and then 2 years later it's
the
long.
wee
again.
guy with the wee guy from like Diversity or something like that, or like
Aye.
Do you know what
That's
I mean? Like,
exactly
that's
like-
it. So but basically, so my hair would shave my head like this, or sometimes I'd have a mohawk. Should shave a mohawk into it. Sometimes I'd get a mohawk with a red stripe. Like I just had hundreds of mad hairstyles, but then as my hair grew, it used to grow into like this kind of afro. And then what I would do is, my mum knew this like African woman that came round and then would braid my hair. So I used to have
That's cool, man.
cornrows. So I'd have cornrows with mad colours in them, and then that was the in between phase. So when I got my cornrows out, my mum like my hair it goes extra like mad, and my mum took a picture, or my dad took a picture. I can't remember, and then it resurfaced. I think when I can't remember, I was around my mum's house, and then my mum and my gran love digging up old pictures. Do you ever go down your gran's house and they dig up old pictures like when you were younger and shit like that? So
I love it.
and that came up, and then I was like, "Fucking hell, I need to post that." And then so I posted it on my Instagram donkeys ago, and
And now it's resurfaced.
now I resurfaced.
Would you look at
share
that?
it? But I used to have a lot of mad.
I used to
hairstyles.
have the fat Ronaldo with a fringe.
Aye,
Aye.
did you? Find
No,
a
you
picture of
did.
that, man.
Did
Wait a minute,
anybody
no, what,
actually-
bald?
Like fuck aye. Not
No,
quite
but
to the bone.
You're talking
but
about like
But the fringe?
The fringe.
No, you
aye.
never.
I genuinely did. Aye.
you've
Get a picture of that,
I was
please.
21. I loved Ronaldo.
is there evidence of this?
There might be, but it'll be like an actual, it'll be like a picture like that, like an
Aye.
actual. That's
Aye.
It'll
also
be in your
we use
mum's,
that.
it'll be in your
on my
mum's
trike.
album.
Damn, boy.
That's a big boy.
Holy shit.
It'll be in your mum's album, an album and a gaff. It'll
What's
definitely be
the
there.
worst haircut you've had apart from the one you've got there now?
Apart from one I've got there now, I used to
It looks
straighten.
like Tintin just now.
I used to straighten my hair.
No, you didn't.
And what I did, and I had it down to about maybe like this length.
Yes, you did.
Aye.
Your wee rat tail.
No, this was a proper.
What, your actual hair?
Aye.
What do you mean?
See, because I've got quite.
straight down to there. Like, mad.
So I used to straighten it, right? So obviously I've got curly hair, right? So in the gaff out the shower, I'm talking about like ringlet curls, right? My full head, and then I would straighten it all out, blow dry it and straighten it all out, and that's how I pretty much kicked it out for maybe like 2-3 years. And just imagine somebody like feel like Home Alone. No, Home Alone. What's that? Australian.
What are you talking?
Home and Away. Cheers, Paul. Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin.
I know what you're
shout out
talking about.
Macaulay Culkin.
I know what you're
like
talking
a
about
pure
there.
long-haired surfer. That's how I pretty much looked like.
Yeah,
I
I
kicked
got
him
you.
out. I was a wee Spice Boy, pretty much. That's what I get called, Spice Boy. And 2 years pierced, long, straightened hair.
That's mad.
Aye. That was the worst hairdo I had when I look back.
Really.
I remember when I first met Danny. It was that phase when folk had like noodle hair, and it looked like you just like take that.
What do you mean phase? That's just people with curly hair.
no, but
Do you want me to bring up
everybody
the
get
picture of you in lockdown? You didn't have a haircut.
Oh,
let's
You look
see
like
that.
the Lego man.
I
just
did
with like,
look like a Lego man.
Let's
But
see
Danny, it literally looked like he just taken like dry super noodles and put them in his head.
On the top of his
Aye.
head. What was that? Was that in the straightened phase, or was that when it
No,
was?
that
all-
was when I
that
first
was
met him.
that was
when I
years
first met
ago.
him.
I've got quite like my hair does go very, very curly. And
Very curly. Speaking of hair, I feel like quite lucky. A lot of my pals are starting to go a little bit bald these days, or receding hairlines and whatnot. And I feel like
Happens to
blessed.
everybody.
Nice.
it does happen to everybody. And I think that's actually a topic of conversation you can bring up, and about how guys going a bit bald is 100% normal, but it's very like the amount of guys getting hair transplants and stuff like that because they're potentially self-conscious about what their
Aye.
hair.
I would get a hair transplant.
Would you?
Yes.
See, I would get I mean, I don't think I would personally, because see, when you see a bald guy in the street, right? Like, you never look at him and go, "You don't suit being bald." Do you know what I mean? Like,
but if you knew them pre being bald, do you know what I mean?
But then when you so there's a guy I know, there's a guy I used to work with who's got a bald head now. But then when you see a picture of him with hair, holy fuck! Look at you! Whoa!
Who, me?
This is all hair. Jesus Christ! There's like barely a bit of your face that doesn't have hair on it. It's like only your ears that are hairless.
See it? Oh, yeah, that was what I was just looking at. Yeah, and my hair grows out like a mushroom as well. It's like a big kind of Lego head.
I think everybody looked like that at lockdown. I think everybody looked like that a bit in lockdown, man.
I shaved mine.
In fact, Katie was cutting my hair during lockdown. She actually got really good at it, and I was almost not going back to the barbers after.
Really?
She actually got really good at it. Yeah.
My brother let my mum cut his hair, and it's the most horrific thing.
Is it?
I'll try to find a picture of it. It's so funny. Shout out Cameron, shout out Lenny.
Actually, I had a face shave and I just right at the top. Aye.
Face shaver.
I know that sounds good. Oh, mate, no, I had Kate was cutting my hair with a beard trimmer.
Aye.
Too. A
Was
face
that a beard
shaver.
trimmer?
Who the fuck calls it a face shaver?
Me, obviously. I feel it clearly. I don't know why it's a face shaver. Hey, that face shaver actually don't even get it's broke.
Stop saying that.
I'm saying it for laughing now. It's broke, right? So it turns on randomly and starts.
Mate, I was looking after. Did
it have
something vibrating randomly
I was
in the
looking
drawer?
after the dogs when you were both away, and I just heard this noise coming through the bathroom.
That's it.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
It doesn't turn off.
It wouldn't turn off.
It doesn't
So
turn
I
off.
couldn't get it off.
Aye.
That's wild.
Really?
Aye. Happens all the, I'm talking like through the night, and I'm like, what the? First time it happened, I was spooked. What's that noise? I was walking about. I was like, somebody get having a wee bit of fun upstairs, you know?
Imagine Evan walks through at the bathroom, it's just like a big double-ended rabbit just buzzing away on the window, just buzzing.
I forgot I left
Oh,
it
I was wondering where I put that.
there. My black mamba.
Aye. My boss wanted it back.
Oh no.
That is unbelievable.
Sorry, Angie.
Does she listen to the
Please
podcast?
forgive me. No, anyway, make sure she does that.
He's like, Mum, have you listened to the podcast I've done? No, good, don't bother listening
Don't
to
listen
it.
to episode 9.
If I still get my wee morning text that she gives me, then I know something's up. I know she's listened to it.
Oh, fucking hell, that's hilarious.
Right, do you want to give a bit of value now?
Yeah.
A bit of value.
Right.
So we're back anyway, guys. Thanks for
Yeah.
just
Shout out to the fans.
Aye, shout out to the fans.
Value.
So, top 5 things to do for to help with weight loss or to do with weight loss.
Yeah, you came up with this topic. You kick us off,
Yeah.
Danny.
So I would say like routine. I'm going to say the first thing routine. Obviously, routine is very much. We'll say that's the first thing, but it also kind of breaks into the rest of them because everything makes up your routine anyway. And I think that is the most important thing. Your routine is everything. Your routine is absolutely everything. Everything that we do. And your routine makes who you are. Do you know what I mean? You can't have a bad routine and achieve a good like successful weight loss. Do you know what I mean? Like your routine. If you're let's say you need to lose weight, right? And you're in a position you need to lose weight. Your routine's probably to cause most of like why you are where you're at. So first thing would be sort your routine out in the form of food choices. Obviously, are going to be a big one, but more just the calories that you're consuming. So you would need to. My top 5 things, right? My top 5 things for weight loss would be first thing calories. So I would do. Don't you drink that?
I'm thirsty.
My top 5 things. Okay, so routine. Then it'd be calorie consumption, right? So obviously calorie deficit. Start with 15%. Take it for there. Like
How does someone know what that is?
they would obviously either calorie calculator or message Gainline. John at Gainline, he'll work out your calories for you. So find out your calories, 15% deficit, start from there. Protein, 1.6 to 2 grams of protein. The leaner per kilo of body weight. The leaner you get, so I would say start 1.6 at the start of your journey. And obviously the leaner you start pushing up towards 2. Right, because obviously you imagine if you do have weight to lose, you could end up with quite a big protein goal that actually becomes quite unmanageable when you're cutting calories down. So I would say start 1.6. Obviously, the leaner you get and stuff like that, you can start to kind of up that protein goal so that you don't end up eating too little protein. Third thing would be third thing would be steps. Very, very easy thing to do. 10k steps a day. And
Is it just as simple as the blanket 10k steps?
just stick to 10k. I don't have a complicated.
What if someone can't do that or finds that unachievable?
If somebody can't do steps, then find a way of just moving more.
Right. So just doing a wee bit
General
more than
movement.
movement.
what they were doing.
I just say 10k steps because it's a very easy it's an easy way for me to tell somebody to move more. Say 10k steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it might not be that. It could be any way that you can find yourself to move more on a daily basis. That I'm moving right now. Did I say 4 things there?
You said 3. You said
That's
quite
it.
a lot.
I'm going to just leave.
You can go one more.
The last thing I'm going to say, the gym, obviously. Weightlifting.
Aye.
That's it. I'm not going to get into too much. That's it.
Thank you.
It's all right. You just answered all the questions for all of us.
Sorry.
I was getting close to that point where I remember a couple of episodes ago, and then he kept saying, "Can't be asked."
Aye.
But you said routine about 1 million times. I was like, I'm going to keep you. I'm going to let you.
It's so funny when it gets put in the spot. Routine.
No, I kind of had to corner my eye, clock Jordan picking the bottle up, and I was like,
Why am I doing it?
I get flung off, and I was like, why is he picking that up? And I couldn't bring myself back.
Because I was going to hit you over the head with it.
Right, okay.
It's actually so funny, like, because when you do, because you know all the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
But when you actually need to try and articulate it, sometimes it's like,
Aye.
I remember now. It takes you a wee second to get going.
I'm very easily distracted.
But
like,
all the
with
things that you
stuff.
brought up there are stellar. Stellar. But I think, see, if you were just to make it like what I think, like, make it the easiest way possible. So if you are someone that wants to lose weight or whatever your goal is, it doesn't matter, lose weight, build muscle, make more money, get a girlfriend, like, what to think about doing is like, do the things that somebody has that result. What do they do?
Yeah.
So, like, for example, Evan's lost 20 kilos, right? Okay, what did Evan do in this situation when everybody was ordering a Domino's at work? He just said, nah, I'm all right. Or had one slice and tracked it instead of going, no, I'm going to have it. Right. So you just identify yourself with the person that you want to become. And then that makes the decision-making element of it a lot better. So, like, coming back to the whole routine part of it, the routine is made up of all the decisions, all the wee micro decisions that you make throughout the day. So if those decisions are associated with the person that you want to be, then ultimately that's the, like, instead of thinking that obviously it's, you know, the gym, the steps, the eating, the tracking, the consistency, or you could just be like, what would X person do in this situation? And I think that that's like a good way to go about any goal that you've got.
Yeah. And can I elaborate on something or talk about something I've actually been saying to my guys a lot recently is don't even look at it as what I've just gave you, like, the things that you do, right?
Yeah, the things.
The things that you do, but I want you to look at it as, and anybody listening, look at it as, you need to do 2 things. You need to move more, you need to eat well. Realistic, that's it, right?
Yeah.
But I think what you can do is you can so caught up in, like, if there's so many things to do and it can kind of overwhelm you a wee bit and you're like, oh my God, I need to do a million things. No, you just need to move more and eat well. That's it. You know what I mean? Don't subcategorize too much in your head. Like, because if you start thinking, oh my God, I need to do this, I need to do that, you actually end up losing the kind of battle in your mind a wee bit because you end up so busy in the mind that by the time it comes around to actually doing the things, you're like, oh, I'm fried, I'm tired, you know?
The time element as well comes into play because nobody just woke up a fat bastard. Do you know what I mean? It woke up and went, oh fucking hell, what's happened? Like, it's been the accumulation of the decisions that they've made for years and years and years and years and years. So then in order to come back out of that, they have to then change those decisions, do that for again, sometimes it could be up to years and years and years and years. And you've made that quote, you said that quote
The forest.
before, the analogy about the forest. What was that? Don't walk, I don't know,
Don't
500
walk
miles.
15 miles into the woods and expect to come out in 10.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
So many quotes.
mate,
I'm a quote machine.
You are a quote machine.
Quote machine.
What's some of the things you've got?
So
You're the fat loss wizard.
I'm a fat loss wizard. So the top 5 things to do, we've kind of covered them all, but the kind of things that I would be thinking about is make sure that whatever it is that you do is inclusive of the things that you like. That's massive because see, if you fucking hate your diet, if you hate your exercise routine, if you hate whatever, you're not going to do it. You're not going to stick to it and stuff as well. And see, actually, for a large portion of the population, what they do in the gym doesn't really matter on the weight loss journey. I was saying this to one of my clients today, is that I could literally put my hand in my bucket of random exercises, chuck them at you, say just make sure you lift heavier every week or every second week, but focus on your food and your movement, and you're going to get a great result.
Totally.
It's a lot of the times it's redundant exercise choice and all that and whatever. So really, kind of do what you want, but just make sure that you're kind of quantifying your intake and you're including things that you like. I made a Kind of pizza toast thing on some sourdough. Sourdough Social Club shout out. Future podcast. Spin-off show. Coffee lovers out there. But that's so. What it was like 400 calories or something.
You're eating shit you like.
Eating shit that I like.
Yeah.
On track, and I could have easily got a Domino's, which I would have scranned as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I made the decision to do it, and it's really important to be inclusive. Is probably the takeaway there.
I
In
think
terms of adherence, it's majorly important.
that's 100% it, and it's I've very rarely said no to a beer, and I've never in my life said no to a slice of cake or a cookie. Do you know what I mean? Like I've never been that guy who's like, oh, I'm dieting or oh, I'm doing this, so I'm not gonna have that thing. But what I have done for like an extraordinary long period of time is exercise quite intensely and make sure I'm eating a fucking lots of chicken, lots of chicken, like
so much chicken,
just all the chicken, and you know those. You know, granted, I could have had a much better result. I've been a lot further ahead in terms of my athletic endeavours if I hammered in and really nailed in whatever. But like what I ended up doing was just the things I've been doing for the past 10 years, just super consistently. And somebody might look at, you know, something I'm doing and be like, oh, I want to get that in 12 weeks. I'm like, well, it took me a lot longer than 12 weeks to get to where I'm at. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just about finding something that you enjoy. And again, it's mad how simple that seems, and it's mad how many people say that, right? And like that's all you fucking hear. Oh, just consistency. Do you enjoy? Like so many people say that, but why does nobody fucking do it? I think that's probably a better question. Like, why aren't we doing the things we enjoy that are going to make us feel better and be better long term? Why are we not eating the foods that we enjoy? Like, I don't understand why the fuck we're not doing it.
Why everyone in the country is not absolutely fucking ripped.
Yeah, but no, it's not so much that. It's more so to the point that like more people will take the decision that's ultimately going to impact them for the worse in the short term. Like, go out and get fucking smashed because it's going to make them feel better. Go out and order the food or whatever, and just go and binge eat because it's going to make them feel better in that very moment in time. But long term, it's not going to help them. Like, so many people do that, and obviously we have elements of that in our lives, but it's outweighed by the multitude of good choices that we do.
A lot of folk they kind of just chase a dopamine hit, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? So they want that if it's pizza or if it's fucking cocaine or whatever.
Sounds like a good night.
I know, it's all right. And but whatever, they kind of that instant gratification, like it makes them feel good in the second and then terrible after it. And
definitely.
It's because they're maybe unclear on their values at that time, and that they're picking things they value that over working on themselves. Or whatever,
I think it comes down to an education thing as well. So we're obviously lucky we are educated, right? So we know the implications. And implications are not doing it.
Education's important.
Aye, and I think it really comes back to that. Aye, yeah, I think education. I think it all comes back to that, because I don't think people realise actually what will happen in 10 years, 15 years time. And like if you look at kind of some of the older generations, and you look at some of the kind of health problems and health conditions and all the rest of it they have, and it scares the shit out of me, and I'm like, oh my god, I do not want to end up, because most of the things that you kind of see are through choices that have been made through lifestyle and all the rest of it that can be completely stopped. And we know like exercise and living well and all the rest of it are preventative to a lot of problems that people face. So for me, like I guess I would say it's actually education. This is like making people realise the reality of what will happen. It's not what will happen. You know, and it's just like, oh my god, it's heavy, but it's just true, man. You know?
A lot of the things that people often find themselves in positions that they're not happy with, but they're 100% within their control, like consuming too much or not doing enough. Like you are the only person in control of that. Like no one's fucking shoving food down your mouth or strapping you to the sofa. Do you know what I mean? Like it's that person that's in charge of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the thing is that it's multifaceted as well. There's environmental factors and whatever. Why people.
Evan's favourite word. Sorry.
Words. There's two of them.
Oh.
Multifaceted.
Come on,
Thank
man.
you very much.
Education.
But it's got many faces, many reasons. There could be kind of historical things there as well, with like relationship with food and all these various other metrics and stuff as well. But that is what it is.
Before we wrap up, right? Let's give our like quick solutions to that, like, or how to come out the back of it. Let's not just highlight problems and go, well, fucking see you later. Like, what
That's
would
all,
be,
folks.
you're all fucked. What would you say either of you would be the solution to that for someone that's found themselves like in a position where they're completely not happy? Like, what's the first step? What's the first step of getting out of that? Climbing out of the woods. They've spent the past 15 years walking out of the woods. How the fuck, right? Where do we go from here?
They need to know where they want to go.
Right.
Right.
Okay, that's a very good start. Very good place to start.
Very good place.
Uh-huh.
They need to know where they want to go.
Yeah.
Right. And work back from there.
Yeah.
The thing is as well, like we spoke about scaffolding and stuff before.
Mhm.
Like it all starts with a single step.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that could be for somebody. So if let's say you need to lose 6 stone
Mhm.
for whatever reason, it could be like a health related reason or just because you want to.
Mhm.
The first step is just going to walk.
Yeah.
Just start removing.
Yeah.
I think people feel that they need to straight off the bat be tracking their calories and fucking doing backflips in their workouts and doing CrossFit and doing bodybuilding or whatever. Just start moving.
Mhm.
Right, just eat. Make sure you have a big plate of veg with every meal.
Aye.
Yeah.
Drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day.
Yeah.
All these wee things, and just
Yeah.
show up 80% of the time.
Yeah.
People get so caught up, like, right, when will I eat my meals?
I
I'm
think
like,
caught
will
up
I
in the
have that
small,
with that?
minute
Will I have that?
details.
Like, well, calm down. Like,
I
just,
think the thing that you said there, Evan, is probably that has got to be the number one thing, is finding out where they want to go and then just reverse engineering it back from there. I think that's fucking
Yep.
it, man.
And see, the thing is, even if you don't know where you want to go, just make these choices that are going to be positive anyway, and then figure it out in the way.
that's
Yeah.
it.
The
Yeah.
time's
You-
going to pass
you-
anyway.
Aye.
Aye, exactly.
And you're putting yourself in a better mindset to decide, and you're going to learn as well, instead of just doing nothing about it
Aye.
and then hoping that the answers are going to come. You're hoping it's going to come clear.
Yeah.
Sound.
Well,
Awesome.
guys, that was fun. It's good to be back in the booth.
I'm never doing that Sprite challenge again in
No.
my life.
Well, you should see what we're going to do in the next episode. Saying that, tune in next week, and we'll be back with more laughs, more banter, more knowledge, and yeah.
Subscribe if you've not subscribed.
Oh yeah, subscribe.
Like if
Shout
you've
out our
not liked.
sponsors today. Did they come through with the?
Yeah, they did actually.
Did they?
Yep.
Am I allowed to? Or is that next week we'll announce?
Next week we'll announce.
Okay. If you want to sponsor the show and then pay for Evan's sourdough and coffee addiction,
And all these animals that he's got.
Yeah. And a
Then-
new carpet. Rosie.
covered in shit, then you can email Danny.
Yeah,
Yourself
just
out.
email me.
Peace.
Ciao.